Alright, so here we find ourselves in a replay because I was playing this game on my laptop and it went better than I expected, so I decided, what the hell, we'll throw it onto the desktop, record it up, and make it into a little replay video, because, well, why not? So, this guy in the IKV-103, remember him. We'll see him again, often, in fact, during this video. He did some good work. So here we are, Germany 5.7, firing artillery across the enemy bridge approach. So I didn't actually know he'd been crashed into the rock like that until I just saw that just now in the replay. That's funny, because I was in the artillery menu when that happened, so I didn't see that. So I put my arty just on the outside of the crossing of their bridge, opposite from ours, and went blasting through. And I decided I was going to go to Bravo this time and start out capturing at Bravo instead of going into A, because almost everyone goes into Alpha. And then the IKV came with me, which was cool. So this is just during the good old Summer Extreme event grind in August of 2023, in case anybody's watching this drastically into the future. So, just trying to get like my 7th or 8th star for the CT CB 105 HP. I don't remember by now, but it was a couple days ago, and I'm not sure exactly which day the star grind fell on, but come in, punch off smoke, just in case anybody's watching from up high, and it was actually halfway a good thing I did, because somebody does take a crack at us before too long up here. Pull in and just kind of watch and listen. You can see the M36B2 off there to the right in the replay. That's who shoots at us. And he had Heat FS, thankfully, because it detonates on the tent. So that shell actually blew up on the tent, and then I was actually able to spot him and get a shot into him before he had time to get reloaded and adjust his fire. And then I did enough damage that I was able to get a follow-up shot and finish him off, thankfully, because if I didn't spot him, or if he'd hit me with that first shot, that probably would have done some pretty severe damage to me. So you can also see this M10 coming up in front here. We'll hear him before we'll see him. And then that'll be sort of hilarious in a second. Put a little more arty up on the bridge approach again. And you could just see him there, but I didn't see him during the actual battle. So now you can hear him. And he's actually turning towards us over here, and he's about to come around the corner of the rock. So I definitely heard him before I saw him. Well, I saw the tree get knocked over and then saw him coming. And then again, another shot into the center of an M10, M36, and it doesn't detonate it in one shot, but whatever. The second shot follows up and finishes him off anyway. So now, there's the IKV-103 just took out an IS-1. That's a big contribution right there. And we're moving in parallel, one low and one high, and rolling around towards the back of Alpha now. A little smoke fired ahead of me so I don't get shot in the back from somebody coming off their bridge. Presumably, that's the plan anyway. And then let's roll on up into the cap here. You can see they're pushing our spawn hard on our bridge there. Now, unfortunately, I've already fired my artillery off, so I can't fire it again, but we're going to roll up here top. Try to get over the top here and get hit by this Sherman who knocks out my transmission and stops me from being able to continue driving forward. Luckily for me, he wasn't able to get good shots into my tank. And eventually, when I finish reloading, I'm able to knock him out. But I'm in pretty decent trouble here from damage, and thankfully the IKV-103 came in and got into a really good covering position to watch my back here. So I fired some smoke for him to try and cover him a little bit, and then just smoked up a little around and behind so we didn't get anybody coming down the road here off their bridge to shoot me in the back yet again, because the guy who hit me knew where I was. So fired one last smoke round, and then was finally repaired and able to move into the cap, and we could decap it and take it. So it's me and the IKV again. Moo Moo's there. And we're going to sit, we're going to finish this cap, and then we're going to listen, because I thought I heard something just outside the building here. But I'm pretty sure what it ended up being was a guy all the way across the river. You can see a Sherman Jumbo up there 400 meters ahead of us. I don't honestly remember where I fired my artillery here. Bravo 1, it says. Okay, so somebody was marking the target up at Bravo 2. And that's what I'm firing already at and then going after here. So you can see it's the M36 up there. One of our teammates was marking him repeatedly on the map and saying, hey, there's something up here, there's something up here. So obviously he's closing in right here, and I just catch sight or sound of him. That's where the marks were, where I'm looking there. And then I catch him coming up here, and luckily he doesn't see me in time. And this time, the Panzergranat 39 does its actual job and kills him in one shot, thankfully. Alright, so then, we're going to go back towards A, where I've got my, my buddy, the IKV 103 is still sitting. And as you can see, through the magic of the replay system, there's an M6A1 very, very close here. I could hear it, but I couldn't see it, and I couldn't quite tell where it was. So obviously we've got a significant amount of enemy contact here close by. And I could see something here, but it turns out it was just that tree inside the front yard of that Korean house there. So, luckily for me, the IKV is nearby. While I'm trying to work out what the heck are all these enemy vehicles here. He comes in from behind and gives them something else to hear and worry about, so. Little smoke over the top. And then we're going to go find this enemy tank that we've had marked. So a little already down there to the south of where we are, southeast basically. And then we're going to move up on this KV-85 that's awfully close to us here. So naturally we don't quite make it up this rock face here. And then with the Panther's reverse and the fact that we were going down a hill and trying to turn, it took exceptionally long to re-angle my Panther to move up this hill where it could actually properly get a grab on the rocks and move. And the IKV followed me over here to keep an eye overwatch. But you can hear something coming up to the left. It's that M6 right there, and he is close. He shoots through, doesn't quite hit me. I can't see him here. I thought the shot had actually come through all the way down the way. So he's reloading and blasting away with the little gun. And I finally get a chance to see him here. And get a nothing shot into him. And then as I'm finally reloading, finally, we're able to take him out with a little help from the IKV. The reload there was quite slowed because of the lost crew members we had, but the IKV did turn around and start firing away into the back of the M6A1, so he was a really big help through this entire battle. And a big reason why I survived the whole battle and came out up near the top, and why we won. One last artillery, probably at their bridge, I think. I don't know. It will be a mystery, I guess, because there's no call out from the crew on the radio. Probably because the commander was gone. Now we've got a new commander. We replaced the commander there, so maybe that's why we didn't get the artillery call out. I don't know. Somebody had to call the artillery in. Alright. So we've got ourselves 5 kills and 3 captures. And not to spoil things or anything, but that is where the stats would end. There's a little bit more that I do here. which is basically just moving up to catch any reinforcements coming down their hill. And there ends up not being anything, but... we'll let the rest of this video play out just so you can see how I moved up into position just in case anything was coming down. I thought I heard something there, but I don't think there actually was anything there. Since you can't see anything on the replay cheater system that shows you where everything is. I'm pretty sure there actually was not anybody there. But in any case, moved up and just kind of sat in this spot right here where you can essentially ambush anybody coming down their bridge and be very obscured from the rock in front and have an extremely good shot at anything on the bridge. Now, there was something marked right here, but you'll notice our boy, the IKV, was well and truly after him. And that was all that I saw. It's even easier to ambush people driving onto the bridge if you fire smoke right before the bridge and they don't know where they're going until they pop out on the bridge. Because they can't see anything then. And then the tickets ran out, and that was that. And I said in chat, GG to the IKV 103, and that's that.